Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Anand. Are you under a perception bias and somehow it is connected with your addictions like smoking and drinking? Let us understand about this more in detail. Welcome back my dear friends. Does it happen with you that you have decided to do certain things and you feel that it has to happen in a certain way because in the past you followed a map or you followed a technique that helped you to get the results? Or maybe certain times you are going out with your friends and your friends decide that I want to eat Chinese, or some people say that I'm feeling like Mexican, but you emphasize that let's go for something that you felt was really great. You understand each other, but then you emphasize more and more that Chinese was not that great. Oh, at that place Mexican, I tried that, it's not that great, but why don't you try and go out the place I'm suggesting? And somehow you succeed one or two times, and you feel that everyone should listen to you, and you're the best person to tell them that what is good and what is not good. Then you create a perception bias that you always take right decisions, or whatever you do is perfect. That attitude slowly starts coming into your behavior. That means you try to tell others that what is best, what is not best. And when people, certainly certain people follow you because they feel that you're right, and at many a times they find you, no, it's okay, my perception or my experience is different. But at that time, the attitude that you've been carrying for a long time, it takes a split, or it gets broken by itself, because you have made certain image in your mind that you are best, you're amazing, and whatever you are suggesting is always right. I'm always right. So what happens, there's one more filter that comes to your attitude or personality, is that my way or highway. And that perception in a long run is a very bad thing for your addictions, because you're always addicted to certain idea, some situation, certain experiences. That makes you a stringent person, a person who is always closed, who's not open for new experiences. Or even though if you feel that I'm open for new experiences, you always try to customize it as per your needs and your perception. So my dear friends, you must be using a computer, you must be using a phone. The OS that was started with certain companies, you must have seen so many versions of it. You always get a periodic updates for your OS. Why that happens? Because they are not associated with any perception bias, but they do believe in accepting the mistakes, accepting what is going good and what is not going good, and make the changes by itself. It doesn't happen overnight, but you give yourself another scenario. You go and you want to buy a car, or you want to buy a new flat. You always try to negotiate as per your budget, and you always feel that I want to save money. But when it comes to your thoughts, what happens? You either think that this is how I did it, this is the way I'm going to do it, and if certain people do not follow you or do not hear you, they are going to fail, they are not going to have a good experience, or they are not right. And many a times, my dear friends, there are situations that you will get rejected. You feel that people are not listening to you, or maybe you are lacking certain skills to convince them to go as per your way. And when that happens, the gap between you, your mind, and your perception becomes bigger, and somehow you feel that I'm always right, and that perception leads you to come into addictions. into smoking and drinking because that thing is always on your mind, and somehow you feel that how can I prove myself again that I'm right, or my way is a good way, and that makes you more vulnerable for more smoking and drinking. The people who think that perfectionism is something that they should adopt, or perfectionism is something that is really great for them to succeed in life. My dear friends, in real life, the ways of succeeding is very different. Not the way you learn in theory or maybe certain books. No. You have to adapt as per the situations, because everything is changing. Even in 24 hours, you're getting old. Everything around you is changing. The nature is changing. The weather is changing. Your own self, your own thinking is changing. So how can you think that whatever experiences or whatever perception you had in the past will work in the same situations? My dear friends, when you feel that I want to quit smoking, the first thing that you do is to throw away the cigarettes, and you think that I will not think about it anymore, or I will not do it. And that's this. And the second step that you do is, like, whenever I have a craving in my mind, I will only fight with it. I will tell myself that think positive, but it works in a very minute ways. And to be honest with you, in no time you get started again with the smoking, and you have more guilt, and you have trained your mind that I'm good at my perception bias, I'm failing at this thing, and I'm not really ready to learn the right techniques to understand how to quit smoking, but I will try the way I am doing in my past and expect the same results. That's where the perception bias comes into picture. So learn first what is a perception, how it is associated with your mind, and how your mind composes a thing like your addiction into reaction and creates an orchestra of emotions and imaginary world that puts a trigger in your mind. And whenever you feel stressed, fatigued, anxious, frustrated, guilty, and mostly when you feel that I'm not happy, those triggers come. And the next thing that you know, you get your lighter out, you're lighting up the cigarette and thinking about the things that is not going right in your life. Is it happening with you guys? Please let me know into the comment box, and please try to understand everything is changing around you, and if you don't change, you're bound to fail, you're bound to be stuck, and addictions are the best place for you to remain stuck in your life. So you have to say bye-bye to your big goals, big success, big happiness. They don't exist if you do not have health. I wouldn't say perfect health, because perfect thing never exists in this universe, in this life. Thank you very much. Think over it and let me know into the comment box, what do you think? I'm Anand, I'm your smoke-free coach, and life is really easy. Start changing your perception towards it. Then you will understand, is it real or it is biased? Thank you.